Hi guys, everything you need will be written below above the comments. The only thing I'm doing here is I'm using some scrap clay. It's all female leather effect, and I've got the nut, the ivory, and what's the blue called? Lagoon. So I'm literally going to create a skinner blend with these three. I've made them the same size, and I don't actually know what I'm going to make. I just thought I'm going to film this anyway and see what happens. Sometimes it goes wrong, sometimes you end up with happy accidents, etc., don't you? So I find this one of the disadvantages of leather effect is the skinner blending. It very much seems to have a mind of its own, more so than your average clay. So I'm just going to run this through the machine on a 0. I'm going to run it that way straight down. It's only come away a tiny bit. Okay, so it's already gone like that. So I'm going to fold it over like that, and the folded side first I'm going to go through the skinner blend through the pasta maker, and I'll keep repeating that until I'm happy with the blend, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I'm happy with the skinner blend, and I've just rolled it through on a number 2. Now I want to capture the centre colours, so I've got two teardrop cutters here to use for leaves. So I'm going to see how many I can get out of this, and I think I want the blue to be the top end of the leaf. So I'm just going to take some out. I'm sort of varying them a little bit. Okay, so that's that for now. Okay, so we've got them, and now what am I going to do next? I've been thinking, I think I'm going to do a brooch. I've never done a brooch before, so I think that's what I'm going to be doing. So I just need to get a few more pieces and then I should be back. Okay, so I've got a leaf texture thing here, and I've also cut out a slightly larger teardrop shape again, this size, to have an idea for the base. So I need to sort of have a base shape and colour, so I want to keep it bland at the back. I suppose I don't want it being bright blue, so I chose the brown side. So I'll put that to the side for now, and these just out the way a bit, and then these are the leaves. So first of all I'm going to each leaf, I've got the smaller teardrop cutter, and I tend to point it upwards. Hope you can see this. And I start at the bottom, and then I'll just always take a little nip, and then when you do put them through the texture machine, you've got nice edges. Okay, so that's that one. I'll do the same there. It's always hard at this side for some reason, because I'm left-handed. I'm sort of going against the grain. Need to fix that bit there. Okay, so now I'm just going to pick this up and put it into the texture thing for the leaf. Which way do I want it now? I think I'm going to have it put it this way. Oh, before I do that, also I like to just go up there to the top, just put a little dip in it. Okay, for where the leaf stem would be. I just got to make sure that's straight. You can see this is well used. And then okay, so there you have your leaf, and you can just tidy up anything you're not happy with. Okay, so we'll do that with the rest of them and then I'll be back. Okay, I've done the leaves for now as far as I need to do them. Also this bit, the skinner blend, I sort of cut both sides and then the middle bits where it's still sort of skinner blended rather than waste them. And also these bits that I collected from the edges of the leaves, I just thought I'll see if I can do anything. Because I don't have any white or ivory left to brighten it up, I'm going to see if I can, just might be something I can do here. So, it's for the leaves really. So I'm going to, now I've got this blue back as blue, I'm going to run it through on a 3 on the machine, and I'm literally thinking what to do as I'm talking. You know, that literally is how I'm doing it. And I'm just going to start dropping these little bits everywhere and see how it affects it, even if I have to cut some more. If you don't try, you'll never know, will you? So I want the leaves to be, on the flower, to be more blue. But I also want it to, I don't know, maybe speckled look or something will come of this. Who knows? I use all these little bits first, and if it's not enough, then I shall chop up some more. But waste not, want not, eh? I know I'm putting blue on there as well, but there is some different shades of blue, so some of them will show. I'm not going to bother to pick it out, I'd rather roll it and see what we've got. On you. See how that looks for now, and then I can re-roll it if I want. Try and spread this out a bit. Okay. See what comes of this. Oh, I thought that paper was dry, it's a bit wet. There's the roller. Okay. I'm just going to chop up a bit more of this, and when it's small enough, I'll add it as well. I'll go off camera to chop it up and then come back. Okay, so I've chopped them up off screen, and I added a little bit of sparkling cernit diamond because I want the flower to be more alive, the leaves are more neutral. So I don't know what to do here. This is probably going to be a massive mistake. I'm going to dump it all on here and see what happens. I've never really used much in the way of anything like this with leather effects, so I just want to see how it transpires. Nothing to lose. I've got a flower mould I can use if everything else fails, but I just want to see how this pans out. To try and stretch it a bit. Got it a little bit squashed up in some areas. Right. See what happens with this. I'm going to give it a little roll. And then I'm going to put it through the pasta machine. See how it looks. Trying to see if I've got enough of anything for backing, but I think I'm going to need that for the yeah, I'm not gonna. I have got some more blue, but I'm not going to open it. I'm just going to see what comes of this. Okay, so how does that look? Other than the fact that it's spread all around, which I did think it would. Now, how do I use that in a flower? I don't know whether to go for the mould or actually try and do some petals. I'm going to go for the mould. I'm just going to grab it. It probably won't be near to hand now I want it. I'm going to go for the mould. I'm going to be a bit of a coward because I think this could go drastically wrong, but I think this could look really nice anyway. So I'm just going to cut this about halfway, and I'm just going to for an area that I want to be part of it. Okay, so if I go for there, and I'll start shoving the back in to fill the mould. I need a little bit more. Don't think I've got quite enough yet. Sometimes it pans out, but I think I need a tiny bit more, especially down there. Okay, so I'm going to leave this to rest for 10 minutes. Then I should work out exactly what I'm going to do next, and I should be back. Okay, so I've literally just got these leaves and just pinched the top end for now to just give them a bit of something to hold them. I'm going to put some liquid clay on here while I decide how I'm going to arrange them. I've taken that out in the mould, and I did have a little silver coloured stamen thing I've stuck in it, but you can just obviously do dots and put silver mica, whatever. Okay, so I am adding this because it, you know, it hangs sideways a brooch, they can get knocked and that, so I don't want to be just placing soft clay on soft clay. So I'm going to definitely use that one for here. I'm going to probably move them all around a little bit till I'm happy with them. Going to bend them a little bit more as well, including you. God, suddenly I've got hairs everywhere tonight. It's my blimmin' dogs. Wouldn't be without them though, so I'm going to take that into about there. Maybe put that there. I'm trying to think I'm going to have the flower to one side. I'm just trying to make sure it's all that hair. Jeez. Wondering if that can comfortably go behind there. One there, can you do that? So I'm just talking to myself. Now, I was going to paint these leaf veins now, but I really think it would be a mistake. So I'm going to put this all exactly how I think it should go. Then, which way do I want this flower? Come on it that way. Actually, no. Stamen's going upwards, so I'm just thinking out loud. Yeah, I am going to go there. I'm just going to press on the stamen with something thinner than my finger. Find it. It's probably too thin, but it should give me the pressure I need to get the flower secured. Okay. So as I was saying, I'm not going to paint this now. I'm going to see if I can paint the leaves afterwards. I'm just wondering if it needs anything else. Kind of feel like I want to put something blue in there, but I'm not sure what or where. I think I'm just going to really quickly just put a few like little seeds peeping out. See how it looks. Just feel like I want something else there. Just add a little bit of action. I'll put the liquid clay here, then I can dip them as I need to. Go on, in you go. And I can push them in with the ball tip to sort of hold them secure. I do want to put them all here in this one at the minute. Methinks. No, I might put one in the bottom as well. There, that's a bit better. Don't know whether to do a third one. I think I might. Right, I think that's it. So I'm just going to put this onto a baking tray and put it into the oven at the manufacturer's recommended temperature. Okay, if you just have a quick look at it before it goes in. Alright, and then I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so it's out of the oven, and I'm just literally going around the edge of the leaves with a little bit of pearl chocolate paint. And I've just gone into the veins with a fine brush, and I'm just sort of pushing it in. I didn't want to do it all on camera because it's boring to watch, isn't it? So I thought I'd just show you the end bit. So I'm just going into the grooves of the leaves and then rubbing it out. So that's where that is at the moment. Just got to go around these edges a little bit more. And I've already cut a piece ready to put on the back for adding the brooch attachment. Just want to make sure this looks okay. Now I am going to resin the flower with Fimo liquid varnish. I can't see it at the moment to show you, but okay, so I'm going to do that, and when it's dry, actually no, I'll probably do it the other way around because I'm on camera. I'll show you now. I'm going to this is rolled out on a number 4 for the back bit. I'm just going to re-roll this. Just get this out of the way, I think, before I put something in it, which is generally what happens, isn't it? I've got it everywhere. Right. Okay, so this is going to be the back. I didn't find it. I think I've got my brooch pieces here, so I'm just going to grab one. I've got some of these nice new pointy ones where you screw the end on, but I'm not going to use one of them here. I'm just going to keep this simple. I'm just going to use one of these brooches. So I've run that on a number 4, which obviously is the backing piece, and then I'm going to run this through on a number 2 because I want some for covering the this piece, and I'm going to be using liquid clay now as well. So I'll turn this way, put a bit of liquid clay on to start to get the main piece on, and then I shall put that on, and then when it's on flat and I'm quite happy with it, I'm going to put some texture to it. It's just something very basic I can repeat. I can tidy up the edges in a minute, so I'm not worried about that. I'm just going to hope I'm applying pressure and it hasn't moved. Okay. just going to apply a bit more pressure and push it into the edges. Okay, and then I want a piece here to go through here for this. So, get some of it out of the way. Just to save on hassle, which I probably should have done with the back piece as well. I'm just going to roll this through the machine with the texture. So I've got pattern done. Although I'm going to redo it again and try doing it straight this time. Deary, deary me. What's the point in rushing? Right. Okay, that's rough. Okay, now. So I want this to be going. Which way does it go? Right, so that's going to go that way. That is the top here. So I'm going to place this on here. And I am actually going to add a little bit of liquid clay anyway. Just so it goes into those holes. Okay. And then I'm going to cut the right shape for this to go through. This is all trial and error with me as well, so I'm just winging it. Might still be a bit big, I'll see how it looks. Needs to be a bit straighter too. So it's alright, it just needs to be straight. So I'll get that straight, then push that down. And when I'm happy with where this is, I'm just going to gently do the four corners-ish. Just tidy that up if I can, somewhat. So I'm just placing dots around, which is one, pushing it into the clay, but two, gives it a kind of a, I suppose a kind of a pattern, doesn't it? Yeah, I think that's okay. Okay, so that's the back then. So I'm going to have to put that back into the oven one more time just to seal that, and I'll be back. Okay, so it's out. So on the back, I've literally just used the same coloured brown pearl paint on the back just to tidy it up. And then on the front here, I've just got some metallics in peacock pearl. And I'm just literally shining up the little, can't think of the word, berries. And I'm just going literally across the edges of the flower just to give it something when the light catches it, you know. It won't really change the colour, but it just gives it that edge. So I'm just literally touching the tips of the petals, and then I'm literally going to use some Fima resin varnish over just the flower, and then it will be finished. Okay, so I'll be back in a sec as soon as I've done that. Okay, so here's the finished piece. All I did when I went off camera was I put a little bit of brushed bronze and mica powder just around the edge of the leaves, and I ended up using the resin on all of it. I just feel once I put that on, I needed to protect it, and it doesn't matter that it's shining. It'll, you know, it's still wet. I haven't let it dry, but it's late and I need to go to bed. So that's the close-up of it. And then I'll just show you again the back. It's just done like that. That'd be nice holding the shawl close, wouldn't it? Okay, so hopefully you can see it all clearly enough. But I'm really pleased. I wasn't happy with the veins. It was like too dark, the lines, so I wanted to sort of blend it a bit, which was why I added the bronze mica. But I'm really pleased with it, considering I literally had 3 sausages and had no idea what I was doing. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.